India. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Today, we will be deliberating about the topics natural fibers with its two examples, cotton and silk, and its principal origin, chemical type, common name, and family name. Let's begin with the natural fibers in itself. So, what is the natural fiber? Natural fibers are the fibers that are obtained from plants, animals, or mineral sources. Some examples are cotton, silk, wool, and etc. Natural fibers can again be divided into two types based on their source, which are the plants and animals. A natural fiber may be further defined as an agglomeration of cells in which the diameter is negligible in comparison with the length. Although nature abounds in fibrous materials, especially cellulosic types such as cotton, wood, grains, and straw, only a small number can be used for textile products or other industrial purposes. Apart from economic considerations, the usefulness of a fiber for commercial purposes is determined by such properties as length, strength, pliability, elasticity, abrasion, resistance, absorbency, and various surface properties. Most textile fibers are slender, flexible, and relatively strong. They are elastic in that they stretch when put under tension and then partially or completely return to their original length when the tension is removed. Now let's go to the first example of a natural fiber, which is cotton. So what is cotton? Cotton is a staple fiber, which means that it is composed of different varying lengths of fibers. Cotton is made from the natural fibers of cotton plants, which are from the genus Gossypium. Cotton is primarily composed of cellulose, an insoluble organic compound crucial to plant structure, and is a soft and fluffy material. The cotton plant needs lots of sun, a long period without frost, and a good amount of rain. The term cotton refers to the part of the cotton plant that grows in the bulb, the encasing for the fluffy cotton fibers. Cotton is spun into yarn that is then woven to create a soft, durable fabric. So what is the history of cotton? Cotton is still the fiber used mostly in the world. People around the world mostly use cotton as the main fiber. They prefer garment made from cotton than any other fibers. Moreover, cotton is one of the best fibers suitable for our climate. The main raw material used for cotton fabric is cotton pod. Ancient records shows that garments made out of cotton were used by Indians also. Greek philosophers refers to that Indians were best in growing, spinning, and weaving pure cotton fabric between 3000 BC to 1500s AD. Marco Polo in his voyage to our country states that the world's finest cotton fabrics were made from India. Cotton fabrics from India are fine and of outstanding quality. Archaeological findings at Mohenjo-daro suggest that the cotton plant was already domesticated and being used for making textiles over 5,000 years ago. Now, I'm going to give the floor to Mr. Ruel Estimoso for his discussion about the cotton's principal origin, chemical type, its common name, and family name.
Thank you, Ms. Jella Cervantes. And now let's move on to my topic. Let's have the principal origin, the natural. All cotton is natural, right? So the answer is yes or no. There is a range of natural from cotton which is grown in certified organic fields and processed without chemicals to cotton which has been grown using chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and herbicides. Modern farming methods often lead to spraying cotton plants with a chemical defoliant just before picking. The defoliant dwells the leaves and make it easier to harvest the cotton. Of course, the cotton itself is soft and defoliant too. And during the manufacturing process, other chemicals are used to improve the fibers. Technically, it is still natural because it's still a plant. But the effect of these chemicals use has a negative impact on the people, plants, as well as the land it used on. So the next is the chemical type. Cellulosic or cellulose. Cellulosic or cellulose is an organic component with a formula of polysaccharide consisting of a linear chain of several hundred to many thousands of V-glucose units. Cellulose is an important structural component of the primary cell wall of green plants. Many forms of algae and the oocytes, cellulosic is mainly used to produce paperboard and the paper. So smaller quantities or carbon are converted into a wide variety of the variable products such as cellophane and rayon. Next is the generic name, which is the seed hair. The seed hair or the cotton fiber, reaching a maximum length about the 6 centimeters, or converted into the inches, which is 2.5. Long fibers varieties is known as lint. Linters fibers considerably shorter than the seed hair and more closely connected to the seed came from a second growth beginning about 10 days after the first seed hairs began to develop. Next is the common name, which is the cotton. Cotton, for I firmly believe that soft, fluffy, staple fiber that grows in a bowl or protective case around the seeds of the cotton plants of the genus Gossypium and the malfamily Malvaceae. That's all. Thank you. And the next reporter, I will give you the floor to Christine Tuwagan.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace Timoso. So now let's proceed with my topic, which is all about the silk. So what is silk? Silk is a natural fiber produced by insects as a material for their nests and cocoons. There are several types of insects that produce silk, including silkworms, beetles, honeybees, bumblebees, hornets, weaver ants, and many more. Made primarily of a protein called fibrin, silk is known for its shine and softness as a material. So, I'm going to talk about the history of silk production. So, the earliest example of silk fabric comes from China when it was used in a child's tongue to wrap the body. China dominated the silk industry for many years, and initially the material was reserved for the emperor. The Chinese used silk as a form of currency, and cost was measured in the lengths of silk. The Silk Road, which connected industries from the east to the west, was a popular trading route named for the material, and that region of the world still maintains the name today. And before we're going to proceed to the next topic, let me share to you about the benefits of silk. So, besides its luxurious softness and lustrous beauty, there are a variety of other benefits that silk offers, whether natural or artificial, simply cannot match. So, nice guys here. These advantages of silk have rightly earned silk its reputation as the queen of fabrics. If why silk is still a question in your mind, the following benefits of silk should remove any doubts. So these are the benefits of the silk. We have skin and hair care. Silk contains natural cellular albumin, which helps speed up metabolism of skin cells, thus helping to reduce signs of aging. The fact that your hair moves around freely as well basically means you will not wake up with a bed full of full broken hair and your head looking like a mess. So, ganing matug ta sa kanang silky nga atong higdaanan, inigmata nato, sus atong buhok, shiny gihapon, kay dili man wrap siya. Very soft naman. Next is hypoallergenic. You know what? Bugs don't like silk, bacteria don't like silk, and mold doesn't like silk either. So the sericin residue is a natural repellent that keeps all the bad things away. So safe us from skin rashes, eczema, and stuffy nose. Next, the silk is soft and lightweight. Very soft man yun na siya, then very gaan. Nice ka na siya. And then breathing, moisture, wicking. Silk is a very breathable fabric, meaning there is a constant air exchange between two sides of your duvet. However, due to the silk's ability to keep heat in, you will get a constant stream of fresh air in without having to worry about feeling cold. Actually, nindot kayo siya sa panit, itatog na hindi po tainitan. Then next, we have the silk is durable. You know what, based on my research, the silk can easily last upwards to 15 to 20 years if cared for properly. So, magdepende po na sa atong pag-atiman sa atong gamit. Silk fibers are one of the strongest natural textile fibers in the world, and our silk is made from especially high-quality silk fibers. And the last one is hygiene. Silk is the most hygienic materials to be used as bedding because it is resistant to dust and other common causes of household bedding stains. So, if you're looking to get rid of your down comforter because of dust, mites, or allergies, getting a silk-filled comforter will solve your problem instantly. So now I'm gonna give you the floor to Ms. Katakutan to give further discussion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Good afternoon once again. Since we all know the definition, the benefits, and the origin of the silk, now let's talk about it more for additional knowledge. What is the chemical type of silk? Silk emitted by the silkworm consists of two main proteins, sericin and fibrin. Fibrin being the structural center of the cell, and the sericin being the sticky material surrounding it. So fibrin is produced by certain insect larvae to form cocoons and largely made up of the amino acids. Then, next slide please. Hydrogen bonds form between chains and side chains form above and below the plane of the hydrogen bond network. As what you have seen in the pictures, ingana ang chains sa hydrogen bonds of acid nga naa sa silk. Silkworms produce their cocoon with silk threads. These threads are composed of the sericin and fibrin proteins, which are produced in the silk gland and ejected through a spinneret at the larvae's head. One thread is selected from the cocoon and it is unraveled to create strand of silk fibers. So ang thread nga naa sa cocoon mo ni gamiton para makahimo og silk fiber. Then the family name is Bombax mori. Unlike cotton hemp, which are made from plant fibers, silk is a protein fibers made from the saliva of silkworms, which is the caterpillar, a small insect scientifically known as the Bombax mori. Then the common name is mulberry silk moth or silk. A large moth with a caterpillar that spins a protective silken cocoon, the larva or a caterpillar of a silk moth which produces silk is called silkworm. Muna gitawag nga ang silkworm is the larva or caterpillar and it is being a primary producer of the silk. Since silk moth has been used in silk production for thousands of years, muna nagpamatuon nga ang silk is an animal fiber because it is from the caterpillar. Anyway, let me share to you the process of how silk is being made. First, we have sericulture. This is the term used to describe the process of gathering the silkworms and harvesting the cocoon to collect the materials. Ang kanang cocoon mo na something nga gispin sa gikan sa laway sa caterpillar aron may imong silk fiber while ang sulod is pupa na. The second one is thread extraction. Once the silkworms have spun their cocoon, they will eventually enclose themselves inside it, and then it's time to extract the silk threads. Once na ang caterpillar gi-cover up ilang kaugalingon by their cocoons, pabukalan usa aron mahumog og dali ra kwaon ang threads. After that, it's time na kwaon na ang silk thread from the cocoon, but they need to ensure na ang pagkuha sa thread have no damage to the continuity of each thread. After nila mo-wash out ang silk, ila pang i-bleach ang paughon before nga mo-proceed sila sa pag-color ani. The third one is spinning. The process of spinning is especially unwind the dyed fibers onto a bobbin so that they will be lay flat ready for the weaving process. This can be done in many different ways, from hand spinning to ring spinning and mill spinning. So diri na sad ang turno sa pagkuha sa mga debris nga nasangit sa threads. Then the fourth one is weaving. Weaving is the process in which the final piece of silk comes together. Generally, weaving involves interlacing two sets of threads so that they lock around each other and create a strong uniform piece of fabric. After it, you can do printing and lastly, finishing a piece of silk gives it that highly lustrous sheen that is commonly known for, and it is the reason that the desired look and feel can be achieved, it's being good quality and durable. Ang process sa paghimo sa silk is pareha na jud sa uban nga natural fibers to form a fabric. But from its beginning, lahi siya kay tungod sa ilang kinalain-laing higikanan. So that will be all for today. I hope you can learn something from this interesting topic. Thank you and have a great day ahead.